Welcome to the Elevating E-commerce course. I'm putting this up on YouTube because I want every single person who runs an e-commerce store, manages an e-commerce store, or markets for an e-commerce store to look at this. This is going to break you out of this box that you're in of commoditized e-commerce because let's face it, it's really easy to go and build out your e-commerce store. You can use a billion different platforms to build it, but just because you have the tools to build it now doesn't mean it's going to make it good. Right? And so what we're going to be doing in this course is we're going to be breaking you out of this box. We're going to be breaking you out of this conventional wisdom of, oh, this is what an e-commerce store is and this is how this works. We're going to be breaking all those beliefs. And I want to start this off with, most people just put up pages, right? They put up an about page, they put up a contact page, they put up a home page, they put up their product pages. Great. Now what? Never in the second did they think, okay, why are we putting up this about page? What about this page do we want to do? What kind of directed action, what kind of directed target do we have for this page that we wanted to achieve? Is this really just a general page for people to look at? Or can this actually give people additional direction so that they can go and purchase something, so that they can be in contact with us? And that's how we want to start approaching all of our pages on our website. And this is why this Elevating E-commerce course is so absolutely important for anybody who runs an e-commerce store. But the first thing I want to talk about today is the hook. It's the value. It's the thing that's going to get your customer to understand what it is that you're selling and why you're selling it. And most importantly, why they need it. And it doesn't matter what kind of product it is. It doesn't matter if it solves a problem. It doesn't matter if it amplifies their own self-confidence or charisma or whatever. Anybody can use these types of methods in order to actually get your prospect, get your customers onto the same page, no pun intended, but it gets them on the same page of understanding, hey, this is why I need this product. And now think about what this does for somebody when they can land on your website and they can instantly see, they can discern why it is that your brand is different, why your brand actually stands out. It makes them a real customer. It makes them a high value customer. It creates brand value, creates brand equity within what you actually do. One of the things that I always see, especially with newer clients, is that when they run an e-commerce store, the first time you put up an e-commerce site, you want to be really special. You want to be really unique. You don't want to be like any other commerce store out there. And so you add in all these extra little things to make your e-commerce store different. But at the same time, it doesn't actually make it different. It just makes it cluttered. And so we actually avoid that, right? Like we want to think simple, because when you think simple, you can actually see what's going on. You can increase your performance and you can diagnose problems very quickly. So you can optimize what it is that you're doing. When you make things extremely complex, it's very hard to see what is causing what to happen. And so we always want to keep our website simple. That's part of elevating your e-commerce, is removing some of that clutter. But we're going to talk about that in a later video. For now, I want to talk to you about getting on the same page as your prospects right away. And that means figuring out what pages you have on your website and what exactly did they do for the customer if they land on that page. This page needs to have a reason that it exists. And that reason is generally to create education and create a course to action. You want to give people a way out of that page so that they can continue down the conversion process, so that they can continue into the flow of the next purchase of the next product. And so the first thing I can recommend to you that anybody can do is go through your pages and see what kind of direction each page has. This direction is going to exist at the very top of the page because it's going to give the user a reason that they're on this page in the first place. If you're on the About page, you have to consider, how do I want to lead into my story, right? Like this lead in, this hook needs to grab the user's attention and make them want to read to the next sentence. If you give people a good hook, they're going to read the whole thing, even if the body itself is not that great, because you got them so mesmerized. And so we want to do this for every single page across our website, because it's going to give users a reason to actually read and listen what you have to say. When you usually land on someone's website, they have a bunch of words everywhere and you don't read all of it, and you know that. And so your customer is no different than you. But if somebody writes something so enticing that you're like, okay, what's this guy got to say to me right now? you're actually going to start reading things. You're actually going to start paying attention. You're going to put your phone away for a second and ignore the call that's coming in because you're like, hold on, I'm going to call Ricky back in 5 minutes. Let me read the rest of this web page right here. Let me read the rest of this paragraph. And that's exactly what we're working on. And so one other tip I really want to leave you with is that when your product pages are the most mistreated pages on an e-commerce store, which is really surprising to me because they're actually the most important. That's where the conversion happens. And so most of the time I see a basic product title, I see a basic price, I see a very basic description, which we'll talk about right now. And then I see a basic add to cart button. And so the problem with this is that this description, there's no lead in first off, but the description itself is generally not storified. It's created in a way that's very utility based, and they're like, this is this, and this is this, and this is how much it weighs, and this is the dimensions of this product. No one cares. I want you to look at these products and be like, how do I turn this product into a story so that a person wants to purchase this product from me? Sometimes it's easier to actually speak it out instead of writing it out, because when you're writing it, you're a little bit more conscious of what you're saying. Whereas if you're talking into a recorder or you're talking into your phone, you can kind of start going with the flow. You can let your brain kind of wander off while you autonomously just kind of speak the words out into existence. So there's many different ways of storyfying your description. These are just a few of the different ways that you can try to do it. But the most important thing that I recommend you do is actually give people a reason to be on this product page. And so right where the title is, above it or below it, you can actually create a really good hook. You can actually create a really good opportunity for the user to continue reading about this product. And there's a lot of different ways of doing that. If you're selling a solution-based product, if you're selling something that is going to help another person solve a problem, then you can actually put that into the hook, and you can actually give the user a reason, a guide in order to actually look deeper into this product. And then you storify the description. You make the description into a story versus just a set of rules that this product lives by, which no one cares about, especially on the internet when things are moving very quickly. And so if you're getting new prospect off of different social media, or they're coming in through a different organic way, you don't have a lot of time to convert them. It's not like they're walking into your store where they can look and feel and touch the product. If it's an online store, like an e-commerce store, you don't have a lot of time. So what you need to do is hook the user in and get them enticed enough to read the description. When they start reading that description and it becomes a story, whether it's like a short story or a quick story, whatever it is, I'm using story in a more general broad term here. You're not actually creating like a novel for a person to read. But when you storify your descriptions, then you give the users the ability to actually imagine and envision something that they can solve for themselves. And this is where the power of that story comes in, is that user only needs to read a few sentences, but now they can actually envision something in their head that is like, this product is, I don't care about the product, right? Like, I'm buying this product for a very specific reason. It's not because I want to put it up on my wall and stare at it every day and be like, wow, gee, this is such a great product. I don't care about that. What I care about is I'm buying this product because, hey, this is going to help me do something. This is going to elevate my experience. This is going to elevate my game. This is going to make me a better person. And so that's exactly what we want to do in these descriptions. So once again, really simple stuff. Go through all of your pages. Make sure every page has a reason to be alive, or to be visible to the user. Because if a page is just a dead trap and you land on that page and it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't lead anywhere, the user's like, it's a lot easier for him to drop off your website or get distracted by something. And so if you watch any of my other videos, you know that our job is to prevent distractions from occurring because people are in tune with what we're saying. And so that's why we also keep things very simple, because when you keep things simple, it's difficult for a person to get confused and scroll off the page and go do something else. They can go through a linear fashion, a linear mode, and read what it is that you have to say. So go give yourself a page audit. And if you need help with this, let me know, because I can help you do this as well. But then most importantly, figure out hooks, figure out ways to take a message, take the most powerful testimonial that you have, compress it into 12 words, and make that the hook. right? Like, you don't have to say that this is a testimonial. Just look at what the substance of the testimonial is. What did this help this person do? How do you condense this into 12 words while introducing the product at the same time? Is it possible to do that? Do you need to work on it? Try it out, try it a couple different ways. If it doesn't work, reach out to me. Let me see if I can help you out. And then work through these actions. Look at your descriptions. Make sure your descriptions are actually telling the story. Make sure they're selling something that the person actually wants and they're not actually trying to just sell the product. I know this sounds really counterintuitive and a little backwards, but if you're going to sell a person a dream, if you're going to sell a person a belief, you want to give them that end result. You're going to want to tell them what this product can accomplish for them, not what this product is. So I hope this helps you out. My name is Rich AK. I run a company called AKGROWTH. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of elevating e-commerce. Please make sure to check out part 2, part 3, part 4. They will be in the playlist on YouTube. And so if you need any help with this, let me know. Give me a shout, subscribe to this channel, and thanks. I'll see you soon.